So I used to just love Funk's interviews. He uh he had something about him that kind of reached out and grabbed you. No disrespect to Mr. Moxley because I love him. I love his wife. She used to be the announcer in WWE. I love
Renee.
her.
Yeah.
Renee, she was great, and he's a great guy. I'm just saying the way that he presented himself doesn't doesn't make my imagination go wild. It doesn't. So, and I used to, and talking about Funk, we've never talked about Funk on this show.
We have.
Funk is, well, anyway, but Funk was nuts. He was crazy. And so I had a match with him in Puerto Rico one time. And it was me and my partner, Frankie Lane, and we were in Ponce, which is a Friday night town. It did okay, but it had a huge arena there. We never filled it up. But toward the end of the match, he went, clothesline me. Well, I give him the clothesline, and he didn't get up. It's toward the end of the match, and the bell rung, and he was down. So the next day, I saw him like we'd go to the beach, and he was out there with Dory, and I'm out drinking beer, and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't got to leave at 7, so we got time to get drunk, sober up, then go to the matches too. Then get drunk there again, and go home and sober up. But he told me, I said, "Oh, thank you for selling that clothesline last night, Terry." He went, "Sell it? What the hell?" He said, "You knocked me out, you son of a bitch." It said it had got up and caught him there, and he hit his head on the mat going down. Said he was knocked out. Of course, I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, because he was just he was something else. Now, how long has Terry been gone? He died
Less
what,
than a
2 3
year, I
years ago?
think. No, less than a year, I think. It's
Really?
not been that long, yeah.
He was just a classic guy. And I've seen him have matches, and of course he made most of his money out of the country. He made it in Japan, him and Dory. And he would make it like in Houston, and he would make it in St. Louis. He'd make a lot of St. Louis, and he got paid well. But he made most of his money in the Japanese tours, and it was over like a son of a gun. The same, like he would do the tour like Bruiser Brody would do one, or Abdullah the Butcher, or Stan Hansen. They'd actually work nowhere else. And I knew Stan would work nowhere else but Japan. And Abdullah would work, he would work Japan and Puerto Rico. And then I found out later why he worked so much in Puerto Rico. He actually owned part of that company there at one point. I didn't know that. So, just because you're in the rest of it don't mean you know everything.
Mm.
So, and then Bruiser, and I think this is what maybe caused Bruiser's death, is because I think Bruiser was going to buy Abdullah's shares in the office in Puerto Rico, and he didn't like the Invader. And I think he told Invader one time, if I was running this place, you wouldn't have a job. So I think he was getting pretty close for him to take over those shares of what Abdullah owned. And Invader didn't like it and caught him in the shower one night. I was right there and stabbed him, killed him.